Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Degeneracy Reborn, the Easy Allies PlayStation 5 betting special. We are your hosts. I'm here with my esteemed colleague, Michael P. Huber. Mikey, how you feeling tonight? You ready to turn some Don Bucks?
Ready to turn some Don Bucks, ready to play some bets, ready to make some cash, Don. It's been too long. I've got the itch. I've got the fever, and the only prescription is more bets.
Here we go, everybody. Listen up. I don't want you to miss anything. Each player, okay, has been rewarded with 1,000 of my very own Don Bucks to spend on their wagers, okay? Pretty
so generous.
Thank you. I agree. Bets must be placed in increments of 50 Don Bucks, okay? We're not dealing with any small time here. It's
This is not Price is Right. This is not $1, $2. No.
Next rule, a minimum of 5 wagers must be placed. Not every bet must have a wager placed on it, okay? So people have a little wiggle room here on how they want to strategize.
Pick and choose, play the odds.
Each player also selects a single long shot bet that they come up with on their own. Each player may also select an optional 3-pick parlay if they choose, okay? Here's an opportunity to really multiply their cash. This is how it works. 3 of their bets of their choosing would be linked together. If any single bet loses, all 3 are invalidated. However, if all 3 of their bets that they choose come through, the player receives a payout equal to those 3 sets of odds added together. We're talking about exponential growth possibility for massive payouts. I'm itching, I'm sweating, I'm ready to go. Shall we start calling the contestants?
Don, I'm ready to parlay right now.
Ben Moore, sorry to pull you away from the tables for a few moments, but you have another opportunity to turn some Don Bucks.
All right, let's get into it, Damiani. We got bets to make, we got gambling to do.
And now it's not going to get any more predictable because we have the one and only Ian Hink with us.
We are now joined by the one and only Daniel Bloodworth, straight from Dracula's castle.
Jonesy, welcome. We are happy you are here.
Bradley Ellis, thanks for taking the time out from your trip to Karnataka to play some bets, man.
Hell yeah, baby.
First up, neither Ghosts of Tsushima nor The Last of Us 2 will be the first presentation.
I think we talked about self-control earlier. I think this is the safest bet on this whole sheet. We just had an individual presentation for Ghosts, for Last of Us 2. I think they're not going to be focused on that stuff for this particular presentation. This is easy. $100 bucks. You're just making me money at this point.
Put 500 and take it.
Massive amount of money on a pretty safe bet. Interesting strategy.
Speaking my language there, Damiani. It's good strategy. Pretty low odds, but safe bet. Let's see if the strategy pays off.
No bet.
Skipping it.
Skip.
Hard skip. Can't say I'm surprised. Makes it exciting, though. Where's he going to lay it down, Huber?
I don't know. I'm getting the vibes that Ian is on a mission right now. That was an immediate skip. No holds barred. Moving on.
He's got a strategy, which makes me think he's betting with his brain, not his heart. Something I don't abide by, but I admire.
I thought this was an easy one, so I put a quick 100 on this guy. There's not a lot of odds for this. I think that it's not likely those games will be first.
So I immediately think that there's 0% chance that these games will show up here. 0% chance.
So maybe a little bit of easy money for you?
You know, Don, let's just throw like a cool 100 on it right now. Okay. And we'll see if near the end, if I feel like moving some money around, maybe we will.
I like it. I like it because it's not because it's a smart bet, not like you said because it's a big bet. I just feel really passionately about this. I think this is a true statement, you know, especially after the 2 state of plays. It's a curveball. I think there are a lot of reasons this is very, very likely to happen. So, you know, I'd rather walk away from this with a little money than no money. So I'm okay with the sure thing.
I love this. So you are in agreement. You think that neither will be the first. And how much are you laying on the line here, Jonesy?
I'll just put 100 on that.
$100.
Nice quick 100, starting off strong. Strong bet there.
Nice and clean. Moving on, bet number 2. Max Zoom call participants on screen on a single grid will exceed 15. Okay, this is interesting. It was set at 4-to-1 odds.
15 people all at once? I don't think we've seen that. I don't think anybody's done. I don't think indie streams have done that.
That's 3 rows of 5, Jones, plus 1 more for that to pay off.
That's a Bethesda move. That's a Bethesda move.
This is making me feel a little uneasy. I'm a little unsure about this one. Like, we're talking Zoom here. That's not my betting wheelhouse thing, you know?
Right.
Maybe some things on a board, some dice rolling, maybe.
Back alley, betting on back alley Zoom conference is a tough racket to stumble into, so I don't blame you on that one, Brad.
Max people on screen will exceed 15?
Yeah, so you're gonna have to have some kind of group something happening.
That's a lot, yeah. I'm gonna hold up for a second, and we're gonna move on. I'm not too sure about that yet. That could be scary.
Yeah, I put nothing on this one. I don't think they'll go that high. You've got to get pretty crazy to do that. Also, the other little potential snag this might have is I actually think Sony might be using like Microsoft Teams, so it might not be a Zoom at all.
Okay.
Kerbal, I love the way you're analyzing this. Coming at it with your brain on both of these bets so far. Go ahead, Huber.
Coming at it with his brain and decades of experience.
100 Don bucks.
Bold move. But just to clarify, this does not include our Zoom call if we are reacting. This is just them.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're going to do one of those things where it's like, at the end of something, they've got the staff from something, and they're all on there popping in saying, like, thanks, looking forward to the future of gaming or something. There's like 50 of them. That's my hope.
Not taking this one. Staying away and walking away from this one. Doesn't look good. Not feeling good about this one.
Skip.
Not touching that one.
No, it seems risky. Exceed 15? Why does there need to be 15 people in a Zoom call? Skip.
Moving on, number 3, there will be a next-gen game announced to be free. This is 5-to-1 odds, right in the middle, kind of go either way.
This is a tricky question. I need some clarification on this then.
Okay. What do you got?
So are we talking like, hey, this is a brand new game, a PS5 only game, or PS5, it's not a PS4, and it's free to play?
Announced to me usually means brand. It's been announced.
So it's not gonna be like, hey, you could get some battle royale or like whatever battle royales on here, some battle royale game. Like we know Fortnite's gonna be on there.
Yeah, Fortnite does not count.
Right. And to me, next gen game feels like it has to be an announcement of something new that hasn't been on another system.
Shoot. I'm gonna say no for now.
Okay.
Put another 100 on that, Donnie. Put another 100 on it.
Now this one is saying there will be a next gen game. So if you want to put 100 on this, that means you think there will be. So
oh, right.
Or
okay.
you could, even if you are not sure if there will be, where you want to take a little risk, you could put a 50, but that's really up to you. Or you could just skip it for now and say, you know what?
Let's skip it now. Maybe we'll go through these slowly and I'll figure it all in my head.
Nothing wrong with that. Doesn't want to wade in too deep yet.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is kind of likely that there will be a free-to-play game announced, which I think would fall under this criteria. But my heart's not with free-to-play BS, so I had to put my money in other places, in other ventures, so I skipped this one as well.
I'm going to take this one, and I'm putting 50 Don bucks down on this one.
$50, I like it. Just a
little bet will have a good payoff with those odds.
Nothing better than diversifying your investments. A little bit here, a little bit there, 50 on black, 50 on red, 50 on zero, get it all.
He's wading into the risky waters just a little bit. We'll see how deep he gets.
200 down bucks.
Laying it out there on this, I love it.
Now, something like Fortnite doesn't count, Ian. It's got to be a new game.
All right. What if it's an old game that didn't used to be free, but is announced to be free on PS5? Like GTA 5 or something.
We would need the council's wisdom.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? I would say it has to be a new, right? New, 100% new. I think you actually.
If it's something weird.
It just says next gen game announced to be free. So
Announced usually means new game, but if anything's weird, we can discuss it with the council.
See, the problem is Microsoft is so much more likely to do something like this, and they didn't. I don't think we had any free games that were announced with their quote-unquote gameplay. So maybe I'll just be safe and just put $100 on that as well.
I like that. I like that.
Sure.
Why not? Why not? You've got plenty in the pocket still.
You know, Brandon and Bloodworth, Don, using their decades of experience to go back, to think about the history of announcements. It's very impressive, Jones.
Yes, critically just tearing the bets apart piece by piece.
It's mostly
analyzing
impressive
them.
before the bets actually happen. We'll see how impressive it is after we find out what these bets
We'll
are.
see if it pays off.
So this is where I put the most down. I'm putting 400 on this one.
Whoa!
I think that there's a lot of free-to-play happening. A lot of big games are being announced as free-to-play and making their money afterwards on microtransactions. Sony definitely has room to announce something like that. You know, sequel to Mag, I don't know, but you know, we'll see what they end up doing. But I think it could very, very easily happen. Even if it's something along the lines of, you know, Resogun that came out last time on PS4, even though that company's not making those type of games anymore, but they'll get another partner, do something similar.
So we're not allowed to take sides here, but Don,
Yes.
Bloodworth just gave a shout out for no reason for Mag. How are we going to reward him for this?
Huber, I think we can do something unique that we haven't done with any of the other contestants. Why don't we give him a little bump in his odds on this one? Do you want to move it a point?
Move it up one.
Just for
Love it.
Blood is going to get 6-1. I am changing his odds on this. All the other players get 5-1. Blood
Love it.
is laid. Not only that, Huber, you got to respect the amount of money, the amount of belief Blood put into this. $400, taking a big swing on this, I think, and it was right up the center. I'm glad we did this.
He should be rewarded for it.
We'll see if it pays off.
And like we said earlier, you know, the odds are ever shifting.
That's right. That's the way the game is played, and there's potential for a pile of Don bucks in Bloodworth's future on this wager.
Next up, Horizon 2's subtitle will have over 8 letters.
Horizon 2, but will it be Zero Dawn again? Huh. Horizon 2. I'm gonna say yes. Put 100 on it.
I
Putting 100 on it, I like it.
love
Put a
this.
long name. Horizon into the center of the world.
I don't know if
Yeah, let me
Guerrilla
ask
can
you
help
this.
themselves.
Hey, this is possible. I want a little side. We talked about side action. Here's an opportunity for side
Okay.
action. I'm seeing right here, Brad. A little side action just between you and I.
Okay.
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 Just a little friendly side action. Do you think one single word that is more than 8 letters or more than one word? I'll take one word if you're willing to go down that road.
One word?
I think
it'll be multiple words for sure.
One word, more than 8 letters. That's how I'm going on.
If they got Zero Dawn out of the first game, I think there's gonna be a nice something of something.
taking the bet.
Yeah, I'll take it.
This like the first bet that I threw 100 at. I also threw 100 at this because I think Gorilla is like they had a meeting, right? Or like it's the sequel. We've earned it. More than 8 letters. Like finding a new hope or forging a new home or something like that.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be a 2, and that's going to be it. So I'm going to have to pass on this one as well.
Horizon 2, that's it?
Yeah, it's Horizon Zero Dawn 2.
Wow.
No action. I don't know if we're gonna see it, honestly, which is a weird call. And I don't know if it'll have a subtitle if we do see it, so I'm just staying away from it. I'm staying away from it.
Nice. Ian has thought about these bets. I like it. Good reasoning behind every bet, Ian.
Thanks, Huber.
I think it'll be less. I think it's going to be one word. I think it's going to be like endgame or something intense like that. Probably a word, because we didn't know what Zero Dawn meant, but I think they'll consolidate. I don't know. I think if they want it to have like a like an oomph. So like I'm thinking no more than 2 syllables on this. I think it's going to be boom boom. So yeah, I can't take that one.
You know, redemption is
strange.
10 letters.
Huber, are you messing with me?
6-1 odds on this one as well. Blood, you want to bite?
I'm not biting on this because there's a little technicality with this.
Oh.
Horizon Zero Dawn doesn't have a subtitle. That's just the title. So they could do a Horizon whatever, and it's still not have a colon anywhere in there, not be a subtitle at all. It's just another title.
Blood, after sharing that little tidbit, I'm glad you didn't wager on this because it most certainly would have led to a series of discussions with the council in a darkened alley after the event. Here we are, moving on. Number 5, solid state drive will be said over 7 times.
Now, SSD does not count.
Oh!
The words solid state drive.
I put 100 on this.
You already wrote it on your wager sheet. As you know, we clip the erasers off the pencils in these alleys. You
Final
lay down
answers.
your money. There's no going back.
So just to be clear, SSD does not count.
Does not count.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm gonna stick with what I put. I thought SSD might count, but I'm saying 200 Don bucks on that one. I think they're gonna bring it up a lot.
Gutsy.
I hope they don't bring it up a lot.
There's something about placing a bet, then realizing the terms have changed and sticking with it. That takes guts.
It takes madness. It takes something.
Yeah. It's the game. I think they're going to focus on games. I don't think they're necessarily going to talk about solid state drives that much. Maybe once or twice, but I don't know. I'm not. It's tough. It's tough, Don. I got to be honest. I'm not positive on a lot of these.
But that 7-1 has got to be calling you a little bit.
Juicy.
Yeah.
Is it worth the risk? I don't know.
Because some of the ones, because that, I can imagine a world where it does. I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be like, I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Where some of this stuff is like, there's no way in the world. So at least, okay, let's just put $100 on that. Oh, you're getting me.
I love it.
You're getting me, Don. Yeah, you're getting me.
I'm marking you down 100
Okay.
on number 5. Moving on.
I might have to up that first wager.
I don't like this one. I think they'll say it once or twice, but they're just going to go back to using the short form, saying SSD a few times. Don't think it's going to break that 7 count.
I'm not going to put any money on that because I think they'll say SSD a lot. They will say solid state drive a couple times, but I think a lot of people will say an SSD.
I'm going with this one a little bit. I put 100 down on this. I was higher on this before I got the clarification that SSD would not count. I think there's going to be a lot of SSD thrown in around, but I think solid state drive could still. They're going to focus on it so much, I could see it still going over that amount.
Maximum risk, it feels like, and I love that Blood is just laying it all out there. He's not afraid, no fear.
It's my favorite bet on this whole thing. It is so risky. It's got good odds. It could happen. Like Blood has been saying and everyone's been saying, SSD doesn't count. It's just such a tricky bet. I love it. We will hear A variation of the phrase transports you into the game world under 3 times.
Oh man, this is classic next gen, can't help themselves, flaunt the tech, transport you into a game world. So like if they said something brand new immersive experience, something along that lines, would that count?
A brand new immersive experience, if they said that?
Immersive is transporting you into the game world. That would probably count.
So Mikey, you think just if the phrase, if they just say immersive in a sentence? Does that
like if they say the most immersive experience before or something like that, making you feel more immersed before.
Yeah, immersion,
with the power of the solid state drive.
It's gonna be a case to case.
Okay.
Yeah, that would probably count.
I kind of like this because I like the idea of an upset bet. I want to put 200 on this.
I love this. Now here he comes out.
200.
This is a funny bet to me. Sometimes,
taking some swings.
when there's a bet out there, sometimes a bet will call to you. I'm sure you're all aware of this. You see something, it's like a beacon. You don't know why, but it's alluring to you.
Side action. What will the inflection land on for transports you into the game world? Transports you into the game world.
I don't know if it's going to be that high energy. That's more of a EA kind of thing. It's going to be like very Mark Cerny, like more immersive than any other game experience. Very like
into the game.
Intimate.
Very somber.
Yeah, very intimate, close.
I love that answer.
I love this side action.
This is excellent.
And Huber, you think it's going to come in high pitch?
You transports you into the game world.
You know what, Huber? Maybe like a crazy Japanese developer would do that. I could see one of those developers getting super pumped.
Konami.
Yeah, that's 100. Like if Konami was still making games, maybe.
So what do you think, Brad? You been taking the side action there with Huber?
I love the side action, dude. I can't turn down a side action.
With double side, I love it.
We will hear a variation of the phrase transports you into the game world under 3 times.
This is another very risky one.
It is.
But I want to defy expectations here. So I'm going to take it. I'll also put 50 down on this one. So not too risky on this one.
I see this being a big boy slip argument that just gets nasty. I don't want any part of it.
Saving the council some headache. I
see people just screaming at each other. It's just like, because you will witness environments like you never have. Like, that transports the game world. Like, no, I just said witness environments. It's a different,
That would count. Yeah, that would count, I would argue.
Yeah, see, I don't want nonsense.
This
is smells like an upset. 0-0. Moving on.
Under 3 times is where it got me. I think we'll hear it or something very, very close to it, but I don't think it'll be more than like twice. It's a 50-50, I think, but I put 100 on this.
Nothing safe about this one. This one's risky. The language is risky. This is a tricky bet. Ben, you got guts.
My strategy is to diversify with relatively safe bets and then have just a banger, man.
Yeah.
All in.
Murky wording on this bet. I don't want any part of it. It's this one. I could smell this one a mile away. This one's gonna be did he trip? Did he slip? Did he fall? Did he whatever? Is he a big boy? Is he a small boy? It's gonna be all over the place. People are gonna say like, oh, puts you in the game is part of it. I don't want any part of this fight. I'm out on that one.
Didn't take the bait, Don.
I'm going with 200 points on this one. 200 Don bucks. Yeah, I caught this one in the PlayStation controller blog post. I think they could repeat that again for the controller, or from like haptic feedback or something like that. They could repeat that again with 3D audio. They could repeat that again with the solid state drive. And they could potentially repeat that with any of their games. But I also think they might not do it too crazy much. So yeah, I think under 3 is a good safe bet.
Something or someone will be presented on a pedestal with fog effects.
In our current situation, that's just not going to happen. There's no room for fog right now. If it was any other time, this looked like a real pretty bet. I just can't say yes to it, so I'm going to have to pass on this one, too.
Here's the deal. Because of the pandemic, I just don't know that anyone has access to a pedestal and a fog machine unless they go real nuts and do it in their living room, which I would love. I'd be happy to lose on this, but I'm not taking it.
I want to add one detail to the ball of information here that may make you reconsider. It may. I have 3 fog machines in my closet right now.
I bet you do. Also, why have we not used them?
And I've got about 35 gallons of juice in the shed.
If we ever get back in the studio, Don, I want to utilize these fog machines.
9-to-1 odds, massive potential for earnings. Blood, you want to get out there, go on a limb?
Not going on that limb. No, without a live production, I don't see them doing a lot of that. I don't see them necessarily trying to fake that kind of thing either. The only place this might bite me is if there's, something along those lines in one of the games, and like in context of Ratchet and Clank or something.
Here's a question. Something or someone will be presented. What if Darth Vader rises up and there's a bunch of fog?
That counts 100%. 100%.
Tricky.
I don't see that happening.
Don't see a pedestal.
Like, if this was held at Universal Studios, then I could totally see it.
Yes.
I don't think that's gonna happen in this. But man, what if it's fucking Bloodborne 2? Just the fog rises, dude.
Some hunter rises.
Yeah, dude. No, I can't do it.
Nothing.
I can't
Not
do it.
fighting. Something or someone will be presented on a pedestal with fog effects. 9-to-1, Jones.
No, they're not doing fog effects. Nobody in this era, in this time and place,
This is next gen.
in 2020, is anybody breaking out a fog machine? Fog machines are canceled.
This is next gen.
Don, I might fall out of my chair if we get a smoke machine. You will have beaten me. If that happens.
Potential side action. Will Jones fall out of his chair? Huber, you want
Don, I'll take that bet.
You think he will?
I think he will.
I'm saying.
Well, I remember this bet exists.
He's staying put
That's
in his
another
chair.
question.
I'll take it. He's staying put.
When they show GTA 5 or Red Dead 2 running on PS5, he's gonna leap out of his chair.
Okay, side action confirmed. Thank you, Michael. Where do you sit on this, Ben? Are you willing to take a risk on this? Is it a risk?
This is a heart bet for sure. Is it next gen if we don't have fog? I want super cheesy strobe-like fog effects, something. I don't think it's necessarily very likely at all, but I want to see it. That 100 is because I want to see it.
I'm not supposed to take sides here, so I'm gonna sleep tonight thinking about some fog. Silent Hill will reveal itself.
I don't like those rumors. Those are bait. And we just had the Silent Hill collab thing announced. And no, I think that's not going to be there. As much as I wanted to believe in this, I have to pass on this one. I can't take this one.
Everyone out there watching and listening, you know who to blame when Silent Hill doesn't show up.
I put a low ball on this. I put 50 down bucks here.
Okay.
I don't think it will happen at this point, but I don't think it's impossible. I think that there's a small chance that this could come in there. So, and there's some decent odds to multiply that 50. So I think it was worth putting a little bit down on it.
It's a cool 50. Cool little 50 on Silent Hill. All right. I would have gone bigger, but can't win them all.
Oh, man.
You got 5-to-1, Brad, right up the middle, so it's a tough go either way.
You know what, dude? Put 100 on it.
I love this.
Put 100 on it.
Put it all on it.
This is something that people want, and Sony know people want this.
They want.
If they made those backdoor shady deals, I think this is the time to show it.
Why not? $100. Why not?
Yes!
Why not?
Why
I love
not?
This.
Why not?
Put it out there.
Little karma. Yeah. It feels
Yes!
good. It feels good. Slide it off the table and just put it into good vibes. I'm way down.
Yes, Jones.
Let's all
Hell yeah.
let's all Dragon Ball together and make it happen.
That is the idea, Jones. That is the idea. Silent Hill will reveal itself.
I think there's slim to no chance, except if it's in the Dead by Daylight. I'm putting 200 Dawn bucks on it showing up. I gotta believe that. I'm voting. Focus. I'm voting with my heart on that one. It's no brains involved. That's just heart only.
Take that, Damiani.
We can just end the betting right here. I put half of my money on this bet. Half of it, 500. I need it. I want it so bad. I want Silent Hill to get the justice that it deserves. The series has so much potential. It's not done yet. Bring it back. Now is the time. Give the people what they want. Get out of here with your crossovers and give us a damn game.
This is what I love to see. This is what I love to hear. Big money, massive amounts of Dawn bucks being laid out on the line, then putting it all out there, $500 on Silent Hill. For
Letting it ride on Silent Hill.
Letting it ride
payout.
into the fog.
Good stuff.
Just a couple left. Number 9, Knack will show up. Yes or no, Ben?
No. Knack had its time, and it's time for a new generation.
It was bait.
Massive opportunity, Ian. You've got 8-1 odds.
Big payout.
Big time.
So
For
what
the
does show
PlayStation
up?
mascot.
What does show up mean? Like if I see a picture of Knack, has he shown up?
Depends on the context.
You just put
of
your
the
hands up.
picture. Depends on the context.
All right, 100 Dawn bucks. 100 Dawn bucks. Knack's gonna be there.
Yes. Laying it on the line. I love it.
He'll be there. I don't know. He'll be in the audience, sitting there, third row. Wait, there won't be an audience. Never mind.
Dude, Knack 3 is the launch game, man. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm putting 50 down on this one.
Okay, when we get Knack instead of Silent Hill, please tweet at
Well,
Damianicus.
I think there's a Knack. I think a Knack collection or something will like just be announced or something.
You can tweet at him all he wants with 50 on 8-1 odds. He's going to be laughing all the way to the bank. He won't be able to hear you.
Did you say a Knack collection for the 2 Knack games?
Yeah.
Okay.
Collection.
Yeah, I'm going with this. I think we'll see him again. I'm doing 150 Dawn bucks on this.
I love it.
150 on Knack.
Yeah. And, maybe we'll see 3-player. I don't know.
Yeah, what if Knack comes out on a pedestal with fog?
Holy smokes. This is unprecedented. Never. I'm telling you, Huber, it may have been a mistake. The house may got burned on this with the amount of money that has been placed in Knack's corner, and the fact that the line has not been adjusted with that money means some of these players may be reaping the rewards. We shall see.
Just remember, Don, the house always wins.
Let's hope.
We got him.
This includes any form of Knack, like just even like a shot of him, or the word. Like, cause, dude, if we see them talking about some backwards compatible PS4 games, and Cerny's like, well, the 100 most popular, I could see him being Cerny and just wiggling a Knack thing in back there. Just a little tiny face. When you see the grid of like 100 things, just a small Knack face, dude.
He'd be showing up.
I'm putting 100 on it, dude.
I love this.
This does not mean I want Knack to show up, but I like sense it, smell it almost.
A lot of believers in this, Huber, or a lot of fools chasing a big pile of Dawn bucks.
Knack is such a good bookie bet, man. We've got him right where we want him, Don.
They're all biting on it, and they're biting big, and hopefully we're going to be reeling them in, and the house is just going to be laughing all the way to the bank.
Wait, do you not want Knack to show up, Huber?
Dude, if Knack shows up, we're going to have to pay out huge.
You're not betting on Knack,
payout.
dude.
I could care less. I don't even know how to spell Knack. All I'm saying is I don't want to pay out 8-1 and lose my shorts.
God,
I want to walk home the 405 with a pair of shorts on still, I don't want to be walking home in a barrel.
Dude.
Yeah, if Knack shows up, he's clearing us out.
You're going to take some action. Take a bite of the action. What do you
8 to
think?
1 odds.
Massive.
Knack.
Gargantuan payday.
Now we're talking just showing up. We're talking montages. This could be even them just being like, before they even show anything, being like, hey, what's up? We're Sony. And then like, PS4 was great. Like, even if they're like talking about the PS4 and Knack just show like we see him sometimes before the beginning or the end. I think kind of what am I doing if I'm not putting at least a little bit money on Knack? Like, why am I even here? Why did I even decide to participate in the betting challenge? So, some of these wagers I might be bumping up later. I will not be bumping up this Knack wager. That's you know what? 50. Let's put 50 on it.
50?
Yeah, just 50. I'm not
Conservative, but he's still taking a swing, which I appreciate.
There will be a Nintendo nod.
7 to 1 odds, Tommy.
Got burnt on this so badly when we were talking about Microsoft last year. I'm gonna learn from my mistakes. I'm not taking this one. I'm passing on this.
Nice.
No Nintendo nods whatsoever in this.
I wasn't confident enough on this one. I'm not gonna take any action on that one. I would love there to be a Nintendo nod, but I just couldn't picture it.
No, not going for it. Not biting on that one.
Not biting. Okay, not interested. Walking away.
Sony will make Nintendo nod to them. There will be no Nintendo nod.
Well, like a nod. I mean, if something's like being ported, or if something's also available on Switch, like a graphic at the end of a trailer is not a nod, right? This has got to be something someone says.
This may be debated. It's tough.
See, I wouldn't debate, even if it was my bet. I wouldn't debate in that favor. That feels ugly. Just
I would
at
bet
the
in
end,
favor of that.
At the edge, just the text at the corner of the screen. Like,
Yeah.
That's a nod.
I'd be pushing for nod on that if I was in that council meeting.
This is their day. It's their day. It's their day. It's not Nintendo's day. No, I can't.
No nod.
Can't do it. Feels bad.
Oh, this is such a broad. This is such like a thing that can go anywhere. No. I'm not putting money on it.
Pass it up, 7 to 1.
I don't think it's gonna be, like, what are they gonna have? Some dinosaur named Yoshi in it? No.
That'd be a nod.
I would love.
Yeah, that's a nod.
That I would love. That I would love.
If crossplay with Switch is announced on something, is that a nod or is that a business?
I don't think that's
Move.
like a nod is usually like a reference almost kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, this will remind you of Nintendo. Almost like a shout out kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's good clarification, because if something is crossplay,
Not really a nod.
no, I don't think that's really a nod.
I don't
Is it?
know. I would argue if I were in the council meeting, I'll give you a little insight into my frame of mind. I would argue that during normal circumstances, that sort of thing would not be a nod, but during this kind of high profile, Sony branded event, any thought of Nintendo that is put into the people's mind would count. That doesn't mean I'll sway the council that way. I'm just telling you how I would argue it. I would say that anything would be a nod. If Nintendo pops into your mind because of something they do, in this circumstance, that would be considered a nod. Maybe not under normal.
Okay.
I don't know.
So-
That doesn't mean the council would now vote.
Dawn?
I'm just telling you.
My whole thing with this presentation is I believe this is them showing PS5 games that are like the reason you would want a PS5.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're getting a PS5 for stuff like this. And like them saying, Fortnite, crossplay. I don't think that's gonna happen. But if it does happen, I would still take the hit. I don't believe in it. No Nintendo nods.
Skipping it.
A bet with conviction there.
Yeah.
Skipping it. And last of the normal bets, Microsoft will wait more than 1,440 minutes to announce the Series X price after the PS5 reveal event ends.
I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna put 100 down on it.
I love it.
100. You know, I'm gonna quickly do some math here. The bet is in. I'm gonna see how many. Has anyone even done the math on this bet?
That's what, a day? That's 2 days? What
One
is that?
day.
Correct.
One day.
1 day.
Yeah, I'll put 200 on that.
Ooh, taking a big swing.
Yeah.
Confident. What's the reasoning behind that, Jones?
I don't think it benefits them to be a part of like a weekly news cycle with that news. I think they can wait. I don't think I would just stay away from everything Sony's doing in general. I'd get out ahead of stuff if I could do anything. You know, I would just drop some news or have some new fun thing come to Game Pass or some way I could ever be like, oh, yeah, Xbox. Oh, yeah, the Sony thing's today. That's right. And it's like, haha, distracted you all. But now that Sony's showing up, anything we do within a day is just going to get lost. You know, like people are still going to be talking about all that stuff, or at best it'll seem reactionary, which is not what we necessarily want to do. There's no rush. I don't see that really impacting them negatively.
Brandon.
Again, that industry experience might come back to haunt the house on this one, Huber. I got to tell you, I'm a little nervous with some of these Jones bets. They're
Yeah, I'm a little nervous here.
3-1. I think 200 Don bucks on this. They're gonna wait more than a day.
They will wait more than a day, I believe. So how many points do I have? 100, 200, 400, 500, 600. Dude, I'm putting like...
You got 400 to throw around, and remember you got to put something on your long shot, which you don't know.
I'm putting...
And you need 5 bets minimum.
Okay, I'm doing 200 on this.
3-1 odds, not a lot to be made. Confusing bet. What do you think?
Yeah, the bet too confusing. It just seems like big time bait.
A lot of numbers
there.
Involved.
Skipping that one.
It's a safe bet to say that they won't, but I actually, you know, if I could do the opposite, I would be putting money on that. I would not be surprised. Xbox has been talking about, oh yeah, we got guys that have been, you know, on our team playing the Series X at home for like the last 6 months. That's my main Xbox, all of this kind of thing. They've got their components, they've got everything ready to go. Like, I really think that as soon as they hear a price from Sony, they're gonna turn that around. It'll be less than 24 hours for sure.
So you're not gonna risk even a single 50 Don bucks on that. I respect it. It's well thought out.
Well thought out. Love the logic there. You give us a long shot. We decide what odds go with that long shot. You can then pull any amount of money from your bets and place them on the long shot. The odds can be up to 100 to 1.
Wow.
Depending on how outlandish it is.
Okay.
You can play it safe-ish with a long shot and maybe get like, you know, way less odds, but...
I think we will see Spider-Man running on the PlayStation 5. I think they love their tech demos, but they will announce that day and date coming to both consoles, like whatever day that this launches with the PS5. It will feature DLC from the Tom Hardy Venom 2 film with Carnage and everything. It'll be a whole Venom 2 blowout. Now I'm not talking about like story details. I'm gonna take it could be just a costume, something, but it will be a tie. It won't just be like, oh, Venom, there's a new Venom skin that he's wearing. It's like, no, it'll be like, you know, like it'll either show the logo from Venom 2 or Tom Hardy will announce it or something.
There will be a Tom Hardy likeness somewhere.
Some tie-in that's clearly a tie-in to the Sony film.
This is going to take some interesting thought to put a number on this, Huber. What are we thinking? Where do we want to start at on this? The first part, to me...
So wait, I got a question, though.
Yeah.
Are you Venom?
No.
Do you get to use Venom's powers?
No, you would either be a new outfit that Spider-Man would wear to make what sense. It would be some outfit that he wears that would be like a tribute to Venom. So it would either make him look like Venom or make him look like a Spider-Man who'd gotten beat up by Venom or something, or like a Carnage thing, like a Carnage-looking outfit because you do have the alien symbiote outfit that you can get, or there will be some tease to some like story thing that you can add or some mode or something.
And with that means a PS5 version of Spider-Man.
Yeah, that you will be able to play that game on your PlayStation 5 as well.
We got to break this down, Hubert. To me, I see this. We got to put a handicap on this. I'm thinking there's two parts of this here. To me, this reads that I'm not going to give up a lot on the first part of this because it doesn't seem, but that Venom 2 angle is where you got to say how many points are we going to give him because he's got to get something for this. Am I right? I don't know how high. Give me a number, Huber.
I'm thinking like a 25 or a 30 to 1 here. something in that range. It's kind of my gut right out of the gate.
What do we want to do? We want to be generous. We want to give him 30. You want to...
Last question, Jones. Will Tom Hardy's face be revealed?
Wait, before you answer, Jones, if it is, Huber, if he says yes, do you want to give him 35 to 1 on this? What do you want to do? You want to give him
Okay, here we go, Jones. If you say no,
there we go.
If you say no, we're going to give you 30 to 1.
25.
Okay.
25. If you 25. If you say yes, Tom Hardy's face will be shown. I'm giving you 55.
So that would be like that. If it was his face was shown, it would most likely be. You're not talking about gameplay. You're talking about like when like the actors will introduce trailers. Hi, what's up? This is Tom Hardy. Here's the trailer.
That would count.
I would love it. I don't think I'll take that the 25. It's fine. I don't think that because like I said, it's montage time. It's a PS4. It's old. They're not going to focus on that. I'll be lucky enough to even get this halfway completed.
I still love the idea of it. 25 to 1. I'm marking you now. Now, what do you think, Jones? You got 350 to play with. A free Don bucks. Do you want to throw that on there? You want to split it up? Anything you want to do with your Don bucks at this point?
I'll just put 50 on that.
50 clean. Interesting.
Yeah.
A clean 50 at 25 to 1 odds on Venom.
So, not unlike Silent Hill revealing itself, it's time. Everyone agrees that it's time for Dragon's Dogma 2. Dragon's Dogma 2 will be announced this week at the event. That's my long shot.
Now, hold on. Now, look, this is what we have to do, though. You got to lay an amount of money that you have left. Have you spent all your money? Because
I spent all my money.
You got to pull some money. You got 1,000 altogether, so you got to pull some amount of money from some of your bets and move it to that bet. How much you want to wager?
Ooh.
But before you do that, while you're thinking about that, Ben, let me confer with my colleague here real fast because we need to set the odds for you on this bet. What do you think, Mikey? Dragon's Dogma 2. We can give him some long shot odds here, okay?
It's a risky bet. It is a long shot, but there's something about Dragon's Dogma 2 feeling like it is going to come someday. There is hope, so I think that lessens the odds a little bit. There's a lot of hope for Dragon's Dogma 2. So I'm thinking at least like 10 to 1 here. 8 to 1? 8 to 1?
It's a long shot. What do you say, 20 to 1? Should we give him 20 to 1? Is that outrageous?
Not outrageous at all. Sounds great.
What do you think, Mike?
Here we go. How about...
I'm going to let you give the final call on this.
How about if Ben can choose 10 to 1 that it just shows up at all?
Oh.
25 to 1.
Ooh.
It is the last game shown.
Oh.
To you, Ben Moore.
I love it. Love it.
My heart tells me that it's not going to be the last game shown. I'll do 10 to 1.
He's going to take the 10 to 1. We're going to mark it. We're going to mark it as 10 to 1 on the sheet here. Now tell me, Ben, how are you moving around your money? What are you going to take off of something else? How much are you putting on this 10 to 1?
I'll take 100 off the Silent Hill bet and put it on the long shot.
100.
Dude, the power of Silent Hill and Dragon's Dogma merging.
Yeah, exactly. They're the hope is contaminating one another. Yeah.
So the long shot bet is Final Fantasy 16 will be announced at this event.
Whoa.
All these rumors, I don't believe them, but I'll have some fun with this. I won't believe
I love that Damiani's able to walk out there towards the edge a little bit on this.
Incredible. Gutsy.
Never would I see. Earlier when he put 500 on a 2 to 1, I said, this guy's hedging his bets for something later. This guy isn't going to play it safe. But boy, did I not think he was going to come out swinging like this at the end, Huber. We got to reward
Just when I was ready to root against him for not betting on Silent Hill, he pulls this stunt.
I love it, Huber. What are we going to reward him with? We can go as high as 100 to 1 if we want.
What did we give Dragon's Dogma?
That got a 10 to 1, but because it was a little specific,
he ended up taking the 10 to 1.
Took the 10 to 1.
This is a hell of a long shot, in my opinion.
This could be all the way to the top, as far as I'm concerned. But
this is no less than 40 to 1.
Okay, I was thinking higher. I was thinking 70. So where do we meet? Where do we meet, Huber?
Oh no. I messed
16, 60 to 1 odds.
Oh, it has a certain ring to it. Might be worth it. Damiani, what do you think? Is that what we want to give him? Do we want to give him 60 to 1 odds? That's a game changer. How much you willing? You want to put your rest of your 250 on this, Damiani? How are you feeling?
I was planning to put down 100 on this one
Okay.
originally.
100. You still got
Because-
250 to play with.
Then let's up that number 11 bet to 250. Let's put the rest of that into that last bet right there.
Into the number 11.
Yeah, the Microsoft will wait bet.
I love
Up
this.
that up to 250.
Holy
There you go.
smokes. 250. Damiani, both ends of the spectrum, safe at the beginning and all out on the edge at the end. I love it.
I'll tell you my long shot. It's a multi-pronged long shot. So buckle up. Elden Ring gets a release date. It's this year. George R.R. Martin also announces a date for the next Game of Thrones book. George R.R. Martin apologizes for the show Game of Thrones and implies that somehow Elden Ring will make up for it.
This is unprecedented.
Don, I'm thinking immediately 100 to 1.
It's 100 to 1, Huber, because Ian has virtually created a parlay long shot, which we never would have seen coming in 100 years. Ian, 100 to 1 odds we're going to give you on this. How much money and from where are you going to move it to take advantage of this opportunity for Don Bucks?
I'll take 50 off the solid state drive bet, throw it on the long shot.
I love
final
this. Okay, so solid state drops to 150.
Yeah.
And long shot at 100 to 1 is
100 to 1
50.
odds.
It's a smart bet.
5,000 payout. No risk.
It's
High
just
reward.
It's intelligence. What you're seeing right now is intelligence in action, and we'll see a little later on if that equals money in action.
You know, it's inspiring, really.
Here's hoping.
Got it. So for my long shot, I think that we will see a MotorStorm sequel, and it will be coming in partnership with Codemasters, who has a lot of those developers over there now.
Is this a pipe dream? Is this some inside info? Who knows? What do you think, Huber? In one sense, it makes me a little nervous. It feels like
Feels like blood has some inside knowledge, honestly.
something about it makes me nervous. I don't want to go too high on this. What are you thinking?
My gut immediately went to the number 35
Okay.
to
Okay.
40 there. 35 to 40-ish ballpark, I'm thinking, Don. It is a PlayStation game. It is, MotorStorm has a following.
I feel like this is
Time could be right.
I feel, part of this is blood betting with his brain and his heart equally in some sense. And you got it. I admire that. I respect it and I love it and I want to reward it.
Quick fact check before you commit.
Yep.
See when the last one was.
Okay. I'm going to guess. What was it? 14? Was it 14? I don't know. Off the top of my head, I'm guessing.
The last real deal one, 2012.
Okay, so maybe add a few more chips to Bloodsport. Do we drop that number then? Because I was about to say we could go for 40 to 1. You said 35. I said maybe 40, but now that you say 2012, that might bring it down to 35 again, or 30 even. What do you think?
Dude, MotorStorm, Bloodworth. I want to give it to him, man. This is such a good pull. Let's pump it up a bit.
All right, let's pump it up.
Like 50?
Oh, you want to go over 40? Okay.
50 to 1, dude. MotorStorm.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm 100% in agreement. Let's give Blood the opportunity. Now, look, Blood, we're giving you the opportunity. Now, you come back and you give us something. You tell us how much of your Don Bucks you're going to pull off of your other bets, where you're going to pull it from, how much you're going to lay out here for possible massive potential payout of 50 to 1. Holy smokes, let me mark this down.
Here's one last little factoid about MotorStorm Apocalypse.
One last tidbit as I'm marking this down.
The multiplayer servers were closed August 27th, 2018. couple years back, they shut him down, getting ready for the new one.
2018. If it was 2019, I would have said let's bring that 50 down a little. I still think it remains nebulous. It stays at 50 to 1. Do you agree, Huber?
I agree. 50 to 1.
Blood, lay it on us. Where are you moving your Don Bucks from?
Okay, so I'm taking 100 off of the transport you into the game world.
Got it.
Reduce that down to 100. And then I'll take 50 off of Knack to put that to 100 as well. So we'll go 150 on this.
150 on Motor Storm.
Absolute possibility for not only a massive amount of payout, but it would be a payout to his spirit as well. Blood would be thrilled, and he would most certainly be laughing all the way to the bank.
Final Fantasy 16.
Well, what's your exact wager?
Announced.
Just announced. So we have a very interesting situation here, don't we, Huber?
We do. We do indeed.
You know why this is so interesting?
Because someone picked this.
That's right.
Name Ben Moore.
One of your competitors, who will remain unnamed at this point, had made the exact same bet, to which we rewarded him a fairly large possibility of payout, 60 to 1 in fact. Now I have to ask you this, Huber. Do we just repeat? Do we mirror that? Do we give Brad the exact same odd for the same bet? Would there be any reason we wouldn't? Would we lower the odds for the other bet now since 2 people have
55 to
made
1.
it?
Now that 2 people are calling it, we bump it down 55.
We bump it down on both bets, right?
Yes.
I like that. So to your odds. So this is what you got. Still a massive payout. Hey, don't get me wrong. Now I need a number from you, Brad. I need a number. Where are we gonna go?
Like how much I'm going to put on it?
Yeah, you got 200. Whoops. You got 200 extra, and you have the option to move some from somewhere else.
Okay, so I'll do 100 for the long shot.
I like. Oh, interesting. Okay.
And I'm gonna put
Solid bet.
I'm gonna put another 100 on the Microsoft waiting. The last bet.
300.
Nice.
Yeah.
Going big on the last bet, which will ensure quite a bit of excitement. 3 to 1 on 300 is nothing. You almost knock out $1,000 if you win that. What do you think of this, Huber? Does that sound good? 55 to 100 bucks, huh? Pretty bold.
Sounds good to me. Sounds great. Solid bet.
One last detail.
It's starting to feel a little more real now that multiple contestants have said the same thing.
I was shocked, to tell you the truth, that we got this multiple times. Supposedly, hopefully there's no coordinated effort to take down the house here. We'll be looking into that if that bet comes through. Trust me, the council will be taking a close look at that, Brad.
Oh, I've dealt with the council before.
One more thing you need to clear up with us. Look at this. This is where some real money can be made, baby. Look at this. You've got an optional 3-pick parlay. How much do you believe in your bets, Ben? Do you understand how this 3-pick parlay works?
I sure do, Don.
You choose to do it.
I do. Eagerly.
I love it. Now, which bets will be included in your parlay?
So this is the mind coming through here. I picked the ones that I thought were the safest. So I'm going to link Chain Attack, bet 1, neither Ghost of Tsushima nor Last of Us 2 will be the first presentation. Bet 4, Horizon 2's subtitle will have over 8 letters. Probably the riskiest one there. And Solid Straight Drive would be said over 7 times, which now that we're not including SSD, I feel way less confident in, but
1, 4, and 5 parlay. Ben is facing a possible potential massive payout, so that could be a game changer later on. Stick around, you will find out.
Time for the parlay, Damiani. Which 3 is it going to be?
Now again, to clarify, if I take this parlay and I get any one of these wrong, all 3 of those associated bets, even if I got them right, they're no longer good.
Correct.
I will not get the payouts for those.
Correct.
So, I'm going to parlay. Knack will show up. We will hear a variation of the phrase transports you into the game world, and there will be a next-gen game announced to be free. Those 3 bets will be my 3-pick parlay.
I gotta say, I
Take
love
it from
this
here,
guy.
Don.
I love this guy. I got it right here, right? 3, 6, and 9.
Yep.
I love the way Damiani rolls because he's got so much to gain.
Unpredictable. Just when you think you know exactly what he's gonna do, he shakes it up.
I absolutely love it. I cannot wait.
A 3-pick parlay. Now what that means is those 3 bets are linked like materia. If you get all 3 of those bets correct, you win big.
So you said the magic word. You said materia. So I have to take this bet. I have to take this parlay, as you will.
I love this.
Okay, so bet 1. The first materia slot will be the first bet. Neither Ghost of Tsushima or Last of Us will show up.
I love this.
Or be the first game.
Okay.
Right?
The second one I will do is the Microsoft will wait more than 144 minutes.
Right? Locking on that
Locking it in. So we got 3-1 and 2-1. We're already at 5-1 return. You're going to be getting increasing.
Ooh, this is where it gets tricky.
Odds increasing.
This is tricky.
Massive amount of Don Bucks in your future potentially.
I'm not putting my money on Knack, I'll tell you that.
Well, you already laid 100 on him.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
throwing
just-
a bone
just-
to the meme gods out there. You know what? I'm just gonna go big and I'm gonna believe in this. I'm gonna throw this out there that Silent Hill will reveal itself.
I love
I'm just
this.
putting it out there.
I love this. I love those words. I'm gonna go big. My 4 favorite words in the English dictionary, and Brad just said them.
You know, I've been a betting champion numerous times before. And how you win is by being bold, smart, and believing in a hint of luck to be a
Spoken like
winner.
a champion.
Okay, Huber, that about does it. Look, the bets have been made, the bets have been marked, the Don Bucks have been laid on the line. There's not much left to do now except wait for the big show, right?
Let the chips lie, let the dice roll, Don.
I love the sound of that. However, there is one small bit of business that you and I still have to take care of. Isn't that right?
That is correct.
As you know, all of you out there, these betting specials are built on the strong foundation laid down by the one legendary Kyle Bossman. And today we honor him in this moment as we present to you the Kyle Bossman final bet. Right here between you and I, Huber, raise it up, let them see it. High stakes, baby, okay? Inside of these envelopes are the stakes. Should I win or should Huber win? Now, we are each captain of our own teams. We haven't told the contestants this, but how's this gonna work, Huber? You and I gonna pick teams?
No fate but what Lady Luck dictates.
Fair enough, Huber, Lady Luck, and here she is, heads and tails, okay?
Tails always fails. I'm going heads.
You're going heads. Here it is. Flip, pop. We got tails. One tail. What do you think? You want to do 2 out of 3? Up to you.
No. You go, Don. You pick.
As my first contestant on my team, I'm going to take the person who just came right out of the gate swinging with a massive bet, 500 on neither Ghost of Tsushima or The Last of Us. The whale, Damiani, I'm going to pick him. I take Damiani.
All right, no hesitation. Benjamin Moore. Taking Ben.
I love that pick.
Ben was betting with his heart and mind. Good vibes all around.
I'm tempted to go with Blood, with Ian, with Jones, some of that deep analysis that was going, but I gotta say, I'm gonna take past success as my barometer. I'm picking Brad. He's in there on the team.
You know, Don, I too am picking past success. The sleeper in, I feel like, every betting special, Ian Hick.
We've got Blood and we've got Jones. Massive amount of veteran experience on their side. Well, that's
Leaving
it.
it up to fate.
The coin flip did it for me, and I got blood in my corner, okay, Huber?
All right, Brandon Jones, let's go.
All right, Huber, the teams have been selected, the Don Bucks are on the line, and now it's go time, am I right?
It is this Thursday. Our fate will be decided. It's all in Sony's hands. See you then.